All right, good morning, guys. Today is June 23rd, and I wanted to give you guys an update, show you a couple of cars that I've completed, or I'm at least in the sealing process, and a little precursor of my next video. So we'll start off with that. What I'm going to try to do is build, this full wrap car. This is the Columbia PFG. It's kind of like a fish design type thing. Bubba Wallace, number 43, and I'm gonna try to, it's a full wrap car pretty much. It's gonna go on this body, and I'm gonna try to do multiple different videos and then merge the files together and then post it. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do, so I can show you really in one YouTube video all of the steps that I took to at least decal this car. I'm going to make two of them, as you can see here. There's one back here, but this is what I do. If I use a primer as the as the base coat, so this is really the primer or a flat black car. I don't like to decal over top of a flat surface. The flat painted surface. I like to do it over a glossy surface. So before I decal the car, I will put a coat of sealer on it, and that's what I've done with this one. You can see it's not it's not perfect, but the idea is that it's just a nice smooth finish. It's not going to be as porous as this, and so when the decals go on it, in my experience, it lays slightly better. I don't think it's a big deal, but that's just my preference to do that. And so I got one coat of sealer on this car, and so yeah, so that's kind of my plan for my next YouTube video, and we'll try to do that, and maybe that will allow for a more, I'll say, just a more maybe a efficient video where I was just recording the steps of decaling the car and not maybe all of the in-between stuff. That may get a little mundane. Alright, so let's see. What have I completed? So this is the completed version of the Ricky Bobby 26 Wonder car. All in all, I think it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Got the red spoiler here. I used the decals on the roof lines. You probably saw that the last time. And yeah, I mean, as you saw, it took me a few weeks to make it. It's kind of complicated when you have the two-tone paint scheme, and then you have this, as I showed before, this super thin decal that goes here. And so you have to nail exactly where that that line is between the white and the blue when you're painting. So so yeah, that definitely took some time, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Since this bottom is black, I painted over the JB Weld gray, and yeah, I didn't paint any of the areas of the windshield back here or this back window unless it was raised. You can see it's raised here, but this is raised on the inside. Same with the front, and I just didn't want to embark on trying to nail exactly over top of that. So so I just did the raised portions on the back. So Billy, I hope you're okay with that. Given your skill set, you could probably paint those lines just as good as I, if not better. So so yeah, so that's the Ricky Bobby 26 Wonder car. So here's the completed Laughing Clown Malt Liquor car, which was interesting. I was on YouTube the other day, and I was looking up videos to try to watch that portion of the movie where the focus is on this particular car and the paint scheme. And you I don't know, maybe not you, but I noticed differences between what I have here and what's on this was actually shown in the movie. So that's kind of interesting to me. But yeah, this is the car. You know, it's not a perfect car. I need to paint these black here, like I did on the other Ricky Bobby one. But yeah, I'm relatively happy with this. Again, it was a kind of a long drawn out process making it. You know, yeah. I think the only area that I'm not overly happy with, well, first of all, you know, this decal doesn't reach. You can see this red with the yellow stripe here doesn't reach to the end of the you know, all the way here and all the way there, so it comes up just a little short there. I'm not real happy with the little bit of the bubbling of the paint here, the purple you can see on this back left corner. It's just a little raised right there. That wasn't that great. And then you've got a little bit of the, I painted a little too much of the purple, so it went outside of this decal that goes here. There's a little purple right there. And so that was a little bit of a mistake there. Why this is a little weird. I'm going to put another coat of sealer on this. And I got a little bit of a raised area of the decal there. But yeah, you know, watching the YouTube video, you know, these decals aren't, you know, correct, nor are these decals here. They don't match what was in the actual movie. This decal actually goes all the way to the bottom. There's no purple down here. And the Monte Carlo decal actually goes on top of this here. And there are no headlights in the movie. Headlight decals, there's none of those. The Laughing Clown Malt Liquor hood decal is a little bit smaller than what's here. And the other thing that's interesting is, let me get this here. The other thing that's interesting was, in the movie, if you look closely, there's an orange area that's right here. So you have the purple here and purple down here, but there's an orange, extended orange in the middle here on both sides. So it's kind of like a, you know, purple, orange, purple coming down here towards where the headlights would be. And then the other thing that's a little disappointing is the actual name, Ricky Bobby. It's not on the car in the movie, remember, because, you know, he jumps in the seat of the car when the driver says, "I'm done, you know, I gotta go to the bathroom and I'm gonna eat this chicken sandwich," or whatever he's eating over there at the little food court area. But the decal set came with the Ricky Bobby, you know, kind of a light colored white, and it barely shows up on top of this orange, and so that's a little disappointing. You know, you would kind of want that to be a little more prominent. And yeah, so that's the car. The other thing in the movie, this Chevy logo back here is white, not red, and spoiler is orange. But other than that, it's a pretty good replica of that goofy car in the movie. All right, so let's see what else I got. So Mr. MB, I've completed this John Deere Ricky Stenhouse 2018 Darlington car. Real happy with the way this turned out. It's, you know, again, it's not perfect, but real happy. If you recall, I had painted it white, then it went black, and then I had to do this front yellow here, and but got it all decaled over top of that stuff. Tried to line up as best as you can between this side decal and the large, you know, roof decal. There's a little bit of a gap right here where you can see through and see a little bit of the black back here. just a little bit. But I think on that side's fine. On that side, a little bit of a gap, but on this side there was no gap, so that was good. Up here, I did have to cut this decal, so you can see from here all the way over to here was one decal that stretched along here. So where this piece lined up here, there was a little bit of a gap right there, ever so slightly. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. There was a small little tear right here, just a little tear. So I don't know if you guys see that kind of stuff, but I notice it, and you know, it is what it is when that stuff happens. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Hope you are, Mr. MB. And I've got one more starburst to do for you, and then I'll ship your 4 cars out to you. All right, let's see. This one's done. I did a gold 2018 Matt Kenseth Oscar Meyer Lunchables, and pretty happy with the way this turned out. You know, obviously a one-off car, one-off paint scheme. Got the gold rims here, and you know, it's pretty straightforward car. When you have the background removed on these things, they're pretty straightforward. The one thing that's a little interesting is this decal here is all one piece, right? From here all the way to the front. And it takes a little bit to get that to lay down, especially up here in this area, right above the rear wheels. So, you know, you got to trim around where the spoiler goes, and then you know, try to tuck it just a little bit underneath this window, because it does kind of just come up right along that area, and so you kind of have to tuck it underneath there, and then just, you know, use a little of the micro sole and kind of work it in, keep working it, and try to get everything to lay as smooth and flat as possible. But yeah, that's done. And yeah, this will be an eBay car, and probably put it up here in the next day or two. Got to figure out if I'm going to box it up, or if I'm going to put it on one of those clear display stands. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Sure, a Matt Kenseth collector would like that. One of a kind car. So, and then the next car that I just finished decaling is this Matt Kenseth number 6, you know, Wyndham Rewards Memorial car. And yeah, so I think my last video I was showing you how I was painting the box for it. So let me show you how the box turned out. So if you remember, I was going to use that metallic paint, and then you know, it wasn't sticking, so I painted it black, and then once that dried, I painted this metallic, Rust-Oleum metallic, over top of it. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then this is the side there. So yeah, I'm happy with the box. And I've got, yeah, obviously some sealing to do on this car, but I'm happy with the car too. I went ahead and used the I think this is a patriotic tires on this. I can't remember if it says, you know, something about, you know, never forget or we'll always remember. But yeah, those seem to fit well with this particular design in this car. So, you know, getting everything to line up is not easy. trying to get rid of a lot of the little markings. I should say markings, but just little creases and stuff on these on this kind of a, I won't say a full wrap, but this full decal on the back. And then lining it up with the sides and trimming it out around the spoiler. Can be a little bit of a challenge there. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Getting this to lay flat across here, across this rear fender is probably the hardest part, and you just have to be patient. I use a brush, and you just keep going over it, a little bit of the microsole, and you just keep, rubbing it and trying to get the little creases out. And eventually, after minutes, might be 5-10 minutes of doing that, then it will be smooth. And that's what you're going after, right? Getting all the bubbles and stuff out. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. It's interesting how, right? So you look at it here, you can't see the Wyndham Rewards on the hood, but then in the right angle, it shows up. So it's pretty cool. It's different, Definitely one of a kind. This was my last decal set. Lionel released this car as a NASCAR Authentics, and actually, not only did they release it as NASCAR Authentics, they did a special liquid paint scheme where they had the the regular Wyndham Rewards blue here, and then they had the liquid blue here for some rare cars. And you see on eBay, those are pretty rare. People are trying to get $25 and more just for that $5 car they got at Walmart. But this one obviously is silver, and so I had made a couple when it first came out, and then you realize, oh wow, I didn't know Lionel was going to make that car, and they did. So yeah. Again, one for that special Matt Kenseth collector, and hope they would enjoy that in that silver box. So I still have I have this to do here. I've got this Matt Kenseth Clover car that's for my collection I've got to do, and then for my French man Stefan, I got to do this one. So those are the cars that I have ready to decal, and then as you guys can see in the background, I still have all these cars here to disassemble and build. As you can see, I've already detailed the underneath, and I did that the other day for all of these, so the underneath is ready to go. It's just a matter of drilling out the cars and dipping them and working them. But I want to get these. I want to get these 4 decaled, and so yeah, you'll see that. I do have this one to do. I think this one's for you, Chris. This was an interesting, paint scheme, because Mr. Pato has this paint scheme on his website, and I got a frog in my throat or something. Sorry about that, guys. But this one is actually it's white, and then you have all these decals, but it's not a playoff car. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the Monster playoff banner and this number 12, I'm not going to use, because it turned out that even though Kurt was in the playoffs, he didn't drive this car as a playoff car. I think he got knocked out, and then he drove this car as a regular car. So I'll just have to replace the Monster playoff logo with something else. And same thing here with the 12. I'll just get a regular, NASCAR race car decal for that. But yeah, so that'll be getting close, Chris, to doing some of your cars, including the Kurt Busch Monster victory car that he raced, and you kind of wanted it, touched up a little bit like the race-winning car. So that's what I've got on my plate. Had a good Father's Day. It was a good day. I was talking to some people, and you just don't know. My dad is in his 80s, and it's great that I'm able to call him and see him and wish him a happy Father's Day and thank him for being a good dad. And life's brief. You want to say the words that you need to say that's on your heart. And that was good to do that. And so I hope you guys had a good Father's Day and are honoring your dads and having a special place in your heart for them. And yeah, looking forward to the next few weeks as I work these cars and move forward with trying to get some of these requests done. Probably looking at sometime next month in July to where I'll open up and start taking some requests again. But hope you guys have a blessed day, and thanks for watching, and we will talk to you in the next video. God bless.